One Superior woman is opening up about losing her child to suicide. She's now turning her loss into a mission, bringing suicide awareness to the area. Northern News Now's Kara Kopp spoke to Delana Kane and tells us how she found hope through a race car event raising money for a cause very close to her heart.
Delana Kane, a Superior resident, was touched by suicide back in 2021.
I lost my son 2 years ago in May, Alexander Kane, to suicide.
A heartbreaking yet eye-opening loss for Kane. It was then she saw there was a big need for mental health resources in the area.
Our community especially needs a lot of help in the mental health area. There's so many kids struggling.
Kane got involved with the Suicide Awareness and Prevention Night at the Race fundraiser event, an event that started because a different child went through the same mental health struggles her son did.
Started with a Superior High School student who killed himself. We put stickers on race cars in his memory 6 years ago, and it was just for Charlie.
And 5 years later, the event raising thousands of dollars in the name of suicide prevention.
We've probably raised about $25,000 total in all of our events.
Money that women like Delana says supports families like hers.
And that goes right back into the community so that they can continue to fund other nonprofits that just don't have the funding that other big corporations and resources do.
This year, the money raised will go to support NAMI, the largest grassroots mental health organization in the country, hoping to bring an in-person mental health program to the Northland.
You can talk about suicide, preventing it, awareness, anything about suicide. It shouldn't be held back.
And Delana says she won't hold back, making sure no family ever has to go through what she did.
Everybody, adults, teenagers, little kids, they all need somebody to talk to.
In Superior, Kara Kopp, Northern News Now.
Kara, thank you. The Suicide Prevention and Awareness Night at the races was canceled today due to the rain. It is now rescheduled for next Friday. If you or a loved one is struggling with mental health, you can call the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline by dialing 988. The number provides 24/7 free and confidential support all around the nation.